Hey Galax here. So team building is probably the most fun part of MUT, right? It's why we grind the game, why we put it together, why we get through it, why we reroll, why we do everything we do. And there's a lot of things that goes into team building, from generating coins to getting the cards to looking at chems to boosts to all that jazz. Today I want to go over how we're getting free, the free teams, I guess, to start the game and how to build it that way. We're going to go through a lot of the news of the day, of course, the newly released cards. We're going to kind of go through those quickly as we get into the more exciting part of, building. Going through some X factors that revealed today also. So a lot of things packed in this video. So let's get through it quickly. JJ Watt, I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, JJ Watt sucks. It's interesting that people say JJ Watt sucks, and then the people like TJ Watt got a little higher card. So we can look at JJ's stats. Pretty bad block, shed, power move, very meh card. And they're like, yeah, TJ Watt sucks because he doesn't get double teamed as much. And I'm not going to go into the TJ Watt. I feel like I just realized what it is. I feel like people that don't think TJ Watt is good just don't watch the Steelers play. Like, this guy's constantly making plays. He's the reason we were over 500 last year. But block shed, completely disrespectful. I don't want to go into it. Like people use oh, he doesn't get double teamed as much, but this guy was the most double teamed guy in the world last year, and oh, he sucks too. So it just, I don't know, arguing with people online, I really should just not do it and not care, I guess, and just for my own mental health. Khalil Mack, stud card, stud player, well balanced. Myles Garrett, lower blocks in the power move, good idea. He actually had really bad run defense ratings last year according to PFF, but all these players are top at their position in the league. So, Donald himself is a living legend in the NFL. Okay. We also had some budget picks at that level. Really, you guys gotta know what I'm looking at right here. Block shed, power move for pass rushes. This guy's not really like a pass rusher. He's just fast and tall. So, this is more like I would say a pre-Madden 20 user god type deal. But because linebackers don't jump in 2021, it's very tough to say these guys are like budget beasts. They're fast, they're good. I mean, if you play what would you play, like a 3-4, but you can't pass rush them because they're not that good. I mean, okay, whatever. I'd have to look at the rest of the pass rush ratings. I don't know why that one was included. This guy's absolutely studly, right? Tall and fast. This is good. He's as fast as receivers are going to come out day one. A lot of guys are going to be going against. The curated legends from Dynasty pre-order. If this is news, all those guys from the pre-order packs, Wes Welker, Harrison, Moss, Sanders, will have all their team chemistries. And we haven't seen the team boost this year. I hope they're strong, but we'll see. They might just be +2s again. We'll see what they do with speed. I know there's some complaints about speed being too inflated last year. I'm just glad they're getting rid of physical chemistries, but they kind of, like I talked about in the last video, might be shooting themselves and the entire community in the foot with bringing speed chems back on some of those, what are they, strategy cards. All right, we also have some team builders. For those who don't remember what team builders were, before we go through the cards, I'll go kind of break it down. Basically, last year, exchanged 2 80 to 82 overall players and 6 77 to 79 overall players to earn a team fantasy pack containing a choice of one either offensive or defensive team builder player for the team you select. So I like sets like this because it brings a lot of value early to low-end golds. Like the golds, that's what's important about pack trash, right? That brings a lot of value to packs. And for us, and I'll go through a video going through grind methods. There's a ton of them early that we're looking at, gap packs, that kind of stuff. But having having golds themselves have value is super important for pulling packs and having good value out of them. So that's nice. Also last year, as you see, it says offensive and defensive team builder players, and that's something that was pointed out. We have 2, I think it was Desi from Mentality, I think he said it. Cowboys have 2 team builders revealed already, Jalen Smith that we saw, and the one from today, which is CeeDee Lamb. So we know we're getting an offensive and defensive one again because the Cowboys have an offensive and defensive one again. Kind of nice player right here for CeeDee Lamb. You can see these good eyes on you through the bushes because I like watching you change. You thought I was gonna go with D's nuts joke, didn't you? No, I'm evolved past that. Deshaun Jackson, whoa, this might be a nice team builder. Once all these things are revealed, we'll go ahead and rank them on the best ones to get. But this has got to be up there. 89 speed. That's crazy. That's hill speed, man. That is hill speed. No power-up symbols on any of these, but, they're all work in progresses. Sterling Shepard. We don't actually know who's all getting power-ups this year and what the breakdown was. Last year was just all elite players to start. So we'll see what ends up happening with power-ups. Sterling, 87 speed. Nothing too critically great about his route running either there. CeeDee Lamb we went through. And then Deebo Samuel, 88 speed. Another solid receiver. It looks like a lot of receivers are basically in that high 80s category, which will provide a lot of balance to the receivers, at least at that level right there. Yeah, so shout out to MUT.gg for getting these pictures. They're like the new Mudhead. Mudhead's still there, but like this is a new competitor, which is awesome. We love competition here in the den. That's why we compete in tummy stick tournaments every weekend. All right, what's next? Do we want to go through the other news, the X Factors? Nothing too crazy. Like, all right, I'm okay with abilities. X Factors themselves, they've only provided pain or uselessness, it feels like. I don't know. I kind of like that X Factors are more like looked over than abilities. Abilities, like, I feel like they add stretch, depth. I said stretch. Depth to the game. But like this adds a little bit too much wonkiness at times and a little bit too much like, oh, just throw it up in coverage, like a strategy. But I see what they're trying to do with it, and as long as they're not overpowered, I'm fine with them. So a lot of more hubbub is happening due to the pre-order bonuses. Mahomes and Brady. Mahomes, because he's an improviser, doesn't get great attributes right away. These are from 21, right? These abilities. So sorry about that. Somebody in the Discord, we put it in there. Shout out to Marksman for making this originally. But Gunslinger's not going to get there. Pass lead elite, set feet lead was the good one earlier because they added velocity. So tier 1 for strong arms, tier 2 for field general. So you're really looking for one of those two early on for the velocity boosts. And since Mahomes is an improviser, he won't get it, which is tough unless they change that for 22. So a lot more balance is going to that. They also revealed today on stream that Wes Welker will get slot apprentice, and Moss won't be having slot apprentice. He's an outside guy. So we'll end up seeing, maybe it's more balanced than people originally thought between the Mahomes and Brady pre-order, because field generals and strong arms do get those velocity bonuses early on, whereas improvisers don't. So just an FYI on that. I saw that one. What's this one? Loyalty players. Oh yeah, this was like a Can you get loyalty players for previous generations? Basically, they're confirming your content is going to be between console generations. So if you get your previous console, so basically you share your team between PS4, PS5, and then either Xbox and next gen Xbox Series X. So it's too bad there's no cross content like MLB. Like too bad you can't hook them up Xbox to PlayStation or whatever. But we do have it from one generation to the next, respectively. All right, I want to go through some cool things that I saw on the MUT subreddit. Armando's killing it, by the way, on the MUT subreddit. Scored 5 passing touchdowns. Now, we don't know this is confirmed, but there's an 85 overall Rodgers from Superstar KO. You see how it's circled right there? So basically, by doing the weekly challenges, Superstar KO, a lot of you guys know what Superstar KO is. You can get like a free 85 overall Aaron Rodgers, which is insane early on. Absolutely crazy to not have to use the lower end budget cards. Everything below the 85 Aaron Rodgers, is not necessarily useless because they have a good archetype. They can have better throw power, that kind of stuff. He is an improviser again, so he won't get that cool ability early, but he is going to be a very standard, solid quarterback for you that won't really miss passes. They got a quick release. So shout out to them for finding this. Now, this is kind of like leaked, quote unquote, from Superstar KO, but hopefully they don't change it before launch, because that's a really nice quarterback. Just from getting 5 passing touchdowns of Superstar KO, which is basically like, a couple games of it. Very simple, very easy to do 5 passing touchdowns there. That's a good grind. And then Armando put out this one, and it's got me thinking, right? Building a free team in MUT 22. Now, in MUT 21, you saw a lot of people go no money spent. You saw them online. They like to put their NMS tag up. Mike Mack had a very good NMS theme going, or not theme team, but video series going. But basically put up like who's your team captain and that kind of stuff gonna be. They kind of did it. You guys can put in the comments what you guys are looking at early on. He put Youngblood as his team captain. I think there's a lot of competition at quarterback for that Aaron Rodgers. So even if you don't have the dynasty digits, maybe you just get the game flat out, right? Mahomes, you can just get that Rodgers right away. And there's not going to be that much difference between Mahomes and Rodgers. Maybe some throw power, speed, not that much though. So maybe a little bit difference there. So even if you don't get the Dynasty Edition Mahomes, like if you go Brady here and you get the set feet lead and then you wouldn't get Moss, instead you could use one of your rookie premieres. I think Jamar Chase is basically a need, right? Tyreek, after looking at the team builders, right? I don't think these are as needed anymore. Tyreek is no longer a need to get card with somebody like Deshaun Jackson out there. Tyreek is going to be like 300K. Deshaun Jackson's going to be like 60. I think it's crazy. Now, it's not necessarily free, but he's going to be cheap. I think this is like team builders, 100%. This is the best way of building your team right away. 280 to 82 overall players and 677 to 79 overall players. And you can do a lot of this, right? And grinding it. And like I said, I'll do a video on the coin methods early, but just doing gap packs and selling the contents of the gaps early on. Because not only this set, we're also getting that rookie set again. They also confirmed it. Sorry, I don't have a screenshot of it in 22. I should have, but I forgot about it. This core rookie exchange is coming back. This next year is gonna be 75 items instead of 65, but 87 overall rookie for that. So just doing the gap pack method and then selling the cards. You don't necessarily have to do the sets. You can make a lot of coins that way, right? Just early on, just buy the gap, sell a card, buy the gap, sell the card, buy the gap, sell the card, or buy 20 of them, sell them. I really hope they increase the auction house limit. 20 is way too low. It seems stupid that they still have it at 20 this many years when no other Ultimate Team game mode has it that low. Same with Debo, right? 84 overall receiver, 88 speed. So even though it's like makes sense, I don't think buying Tyreek early is a good idea, right? Maybe if you can buy him for a good rate early, because then he might go up, especially if he gets another card a little bit later. But using Pitts and if you did rookie premieres, Chase are a very good idea. And then yeah, the safety is also god tier. I did a tier ranking on those rookie premieres. So overall, team captain Youngblood to start at your D line. Dion is fine. Like Dion, I think is definitely better than the safety in the pre-order. So it's really tough to decide whether to get yourself a Tom Brady and his potential set feet lead for his tier 2 at 85 overall. Because it goes tier 1 is 80, tier 2 is 85, tier 3 is 90. Unless they change things for 22, but I don't expect they would have. Set feet lead. It's kind of nasty, man. I don't know. That's a tough one to get away from for the pre-order. But we haven't really seen a whole lot of crazy quarterbacks yet, have we, for these team builders? So that's kind of what I'm trying to say, is you got to be smart about all of your team building you're putting together. Basically, on the skill positions, because like these skill positions don't have, like nobody's hitting 90 route running. Don't worry about route running until you hit 90. We don't know how 22 is really playing. We've got to base ourselves off 21, and that could very well be wrong. Maybe they make route running more incremental this year. I could be absolutely wrong there with the change to the next gen, and maybe they've gone more incremental than just the regular thresholds that they have been going the last few years. So that's kind of what the early basis is, the smartest thing to do. I just kind of wanted to pass that along to you. Is speed until proven otherwise. I think height is going to matter this year too with the changing of the catching animations. I definitely think height is gonna matter. So the guys like Mike Evans that aren't necessarily burners will be more valuable. But still, I think route runners, like, you know, kind of shorter guys that are good route runners that aren't necessarily the fastest, are not necessarily what you want to go with either. So there it is, the new cards, building the free team early. And that's what I want to talk about, right? Oh yeah, also building your team. I think going on the theme team is fine. At least to 25, right? I think if you go for 50 early, you're going to have a lot of holes and a lot of problems and some holes maybe in your heart after playing this game with a 50-50 theme team early. I think 25 out of 50 early is definitely the way to go, wherever that first level of speed is. So build your team 25 out of 50 early to get that +1 speed on your you know, your chases, your pits, your mooring, whatever you want to do, because, you know, they're going to be kind of deadly. So there it is. That is life. That is love. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching Call to Action. See you tomorrow.